Marketplace Mythbusters.
Welcome back to another episode of the Marketplace Mythbusters. I'm Alexandre Pascal, Managing Director for Americas, and today we are going after a classic one. Today with me is someone who has seen the in and out of the marketplace firsthand, Daniel Sokol. Daniel, awesome to have you here. Quick intro?
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. I'm Daniel. I'm a part of a broader team that's focused on recruiting high-growth startups and ISVs. And yeah, I've heard every excuse in the book about when it comes to marketplace. I'm excited to catch today's myth.
All right. Welcome, Daniel. Let's see what myths we have for today.
Myth of the day. Our product is way too complex to list on the marketplace.
Daniel, truth or myth?
100% myth. I think it's one of the most persistent myths out there. People assume if you're not like a click-to-buy solution, that the marketplace won't work for you, but that's just not how it is. There's so much more to it, and we're happy to break it down.
All right, so let's break it down. What does ISV mean when they say complex?
Usually it means one of three things. Like, a lot of the time we're talking about enterprise B2B sales. So the pricing might be custom or consumption based. The onboarding involves human support, integration. The contract obviously a lot of times needs negotiation, and all of those things are normal for B2B enterprise software. And the marketplace is built to support exactly that, and most of our solutions are all fit within these categories.
So you mean it's not just plug your credit card and go?
Exactly. The marketplace supports private offers, custom pricing models, negotiated terms, metered billing, tiered pricing, bill by API, whatever fits your product, we have it, and it's built that way.
Amazing. So let's zoom in on pricing. That's where a lot of people get confused.
Totally. But the beauty is you control everything there. So if you want to offer annual subscriptions or quarterly, go for it. If you want to bundle in some of your services within the agreement, that's not a problem. Even if you have a consumption-based AI pricing model that bills by token usage, you can define those dimensions and report them right within the contract. So it's super flexible.
Amazing. And what with private offers? Can you set up a custom pricing per customer?
Yep. Private offers are an absolute game changer. You can offer special discounts, special terms, volume deals, just as if you're selling directly to the customer. But the power of the marketplace is that you get fast procurement, better visibility, and a lot more incentives that come alongside how you sell and go to market with Microsoft.
Another blocker we hear a lot is our onboarding is hands down. It cannot be automated. Marketplace won't work for us.
That's definitely not true. Listing on the marketplace doesn't mean you lose control of your onboarding. You completely manage your customer engagement, provisioning, integration, whatever your process is and needs, you continue to do that. There's no change. Marketplace just makes the procurement easier at the end of the day. And you can even include professional services as part of that offer.
So a buyer could get software and services all in one contract.
Exactly. It's one transaction. So one vendor in their procurement system, which is already there, is Microsoft. And if they have a Mac, which is a consumption commitment with Microsoft, it counts towards that too, which makes it even more attractive to bundle in your offer.
All right, let's talk about co-sell for a second, because this is where things really click.
Absolutely. If your offer is Azure IP co-sell, Microsoft sellers have an incentive to co-sell your product, because those marketplace deals count towards their sales quota with Microsoft.
So now it's not just about your team selling. You've got Microsoft seller helping you to accelerate your deal cycle.
Right, and that's where the marketplace becomes just an absolute revenue multiplier, as when you can figure out how you can go to market and sell with account teams. That's where you get the machine of Microsoft working for you.
Okay, so we just crushed another myth. But for anyone still thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I start? What would you say, Daniel?
Perfect. So you really got two paths. The first is you can work with our ISV success program, where we have a team that will help you with office hours and getting your listing published in the marketplace. And there's tons of documentation that can guide you on how to get started. The other path is you can work with a partner like WeTransact. They live and breathe Microsoft Marketplace. They offer a ton of help and can get you started in just a few days. And we've had a great experience working with WeTransact.
Love it. So let's wrap it up. Is any product too complex for the Microsoft Marketplace?
Not at all. Marketplace isn't just about simple SaaS software, it's built for real-world complex enterprise sales.
Myth busted. Daniel, thank you for dropping the knowledge today. Now, before we go, who should be our next guest on Marketplace Mythbusters?
I'm going to nominate Hamish McNee in Australia. He's got killer insights on how to get traction with Microsoft sales teams, and I think the audience will love it, so I nominate Hamish in Australia.
You heard it here, and if you are still hesitating about the marketplace, maybe it's time to challenge your assumption.
Marketplace Mythbusters